had to get out the sweatshirt that I got when I went to the race last year to share everything that you need to know. So here we go. We have 53 laps, 2 DRS zones. The circuit length is 5.793 kilometers or 3.6 miles. We have 11 turns. Now, some people will say that is not 11 turns. This is one of the circuits with the fewest number of turns, and Pirelli is bringing the C3, the C4, and the C5. Monza is an absolutely iconic track, and it is fast. In fact, it is the fastest track on the F1 calendar, and it's nicknamed the Temple of Speed. I've also heard it called the Cathedral of Speed, but this is what is at the track, so I'm sticking with Temple of Speed. Cars average 260 kilometers per hour or 161 miles per hour. In fact, Lando's pole lap last year was 263 kilometers per hour. But listen, cars are full throttle for almost 80% of the lap, so it should be no surprise that this circuit is very demanding on the power units. Heading into the park section of the track, the drivers have to deal with some very tight chicanes that often have the car going one direction and then the other. In fact, along here at turn 1, we've got cars going 260 along this area, and this tight chicane, which is almost 90 degrees, they're dropping down to almost 70 kilometers per hour. But even with all of these long straights, overtaking is not easy. This is a very narrow track with widths ranging from 10 to 12 meters. You've got dirty air from the car in front of you. There is minimal runoff areas, and honestly, like those curbs or the barrier, it just makes passing a little bit trickier. However, turn 1 is one of the best places to spot overtaking. We saw quite a few cars come down this long straight throughout the race and overtake right as they get to that chicane. Because Monza is a high-speed track with very few corners, the teams will come with a low downforce setup, so that way they can maximize that straight line speed. And looking at the forecast for this weekend, it's showing about 21 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is high 70s. There is a chance of rain on Friday. Unfortunately, Lewis has a 5-place grid penalty for Sunday due to a breach of double yellow flags during the recon laps at the Dutch Grand Prix. Monza is obviously a home race for Ferrari, and the Tifosi are out in force. And it is electric. I am telling you, as a Ferrari fan, there's nothing like watching a race at Monza, but when a Ferrari driver wins, amp that up by a million. So let me know, who do you think will be on the top of the podium? Do we think we'll see Ferrari up there, or is it just gonna be a battle between the two McLarens?